All right, transitioning into entertainment. What's topping off our entertainment segment this week, Ms. Reese?
So it is award season, okay?
That it is.
And they did have the Golden Globes on Sunday.
Now, the Golden Globes, is that the equivalent to, you know how some of the awards like have two different names? Is that one of those? Or the Golden Globes are for what, is my question. What the fuck do you do to get a Golden Globe? Is it movies? Is it film? Is it
movies, TVs,
web series?
TV shows, movies. That's a good question.
Ambiguous.
It's like the pre-game to the Oscars.
So if you win one of these, you're more than likely going to be nominated for an Oscar type thing?
Not only nominated, but you might
Probably
win.
Okay, but it's not higher than an Oscar?
No.
Okay.
No.
What does the statue look like? Is this the one with the globe with the angel?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So, all y'all Black Panther fans.
Wakanda forever.
Not.
Oh, what do you mean?
They didn't win anything.
Wakanda 3 ever. No, 2?
No, and are we surprised?
We're not, because they're not going to celebrate us more than we're going to celebrate us. I think the box office was a testament to the fact that either the world is rocking with this shit or the world is just extremely nosy. And I think it's a combination of the two, maybe 70-30. And I don't think that whoever is on the Golden Globe committee to determine who gets these awards is enough in tune with the culture and with the movement to even know what the fuck to celebrate. So they just going, Leonardo DiCaprio, this is us, whatever some white shit is, you know what I'm saying? And it got a black person in it, so we felt like we met our diversity quota. But an all black, powerful ass movie like this, they would nominate and award Superfly before they did, goddamn it, Black Panther, in my opinion. What you say?
Well, I just didn't expect it to win.
Yeah.
It's just what it is.
We know what it is.
However, for the Oscars, I do expect it to win, and I haven't seen it, but I expect it to win for at least most, what is it? Like the FX, not the FX, but the animations, maybe the graphics.
Special effects.
I expect it to win for stuff like that. If it don't get nothing else.
Right. Costuming, makeup.
At least.
Give us something. Soundtrack.
Production design.
Goddamn soundtrack award. And we love music from black people.
I expected to win something, but I mean, I don't think none of the actors were nominated for anything for Black Panther.
It wasn't a jarring performance, huh?
No.
This is my thing. I think that if it did get something rinky-dink like that, we would still be mad. We would still be mad because it's like, if it's not movie of the year.
It's an Oscar.
But nobody gives a fuck about best wardrobe Oscars.
It's not going to be a movie of the year.
Except the person that did the Oscar. Except the person that did the wardrobe. And it's not. But our expectations are so low that, we have to settle for makeup artist of the year and shit like that. That's unfortunate. But when we have something that pushes forward an agenda like a Moonlight, when we have something that doesn't really celebrate, our culture, like a training day or like a fucking Monsters Ball, you know what I'm saying? It just shows us in these other roles. It's interesting that them shits always seem to win awards. So
anything raunchy or thottish.
Yeah, or thuggish, you know what I'm saying? You kind of know what it is. So don't be fooled, and I think that it's our turn to celebrate ourselves, you know what I'm saying? Like, and I think there's a lot of things like I think it's blackmall.com. They have some type of awards that I went to at the Sabu.
Oh, yeah.
And they try to award people and stuff like that, but we don't support the shit, you know what I'm saying? But then we complain when white people don't support us. It's like, man, we got to start at home and support ourselves.
So they do actually have the mall set up right on 79th Street. It is a place where you can go shop and
it's a
buy
brick and mortar,
black-owned products. So check it out. Maybe we should have her on that way.
We probably should. Cassie?
Yeah,
we probably should. You need to pull up Cassie, all right? Also in entertainment.
So let me tell you who did win.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Go to
Regina King won for Best Supporting Actress in Beale Street.
Now, for those of y'all that don't know, this young lady, Regina King, rose to fame in 227. She was the daughter in 227. She came back with a stellar performance as Chicago's girlfriend in Poetic Justice.
What about Boys in the Hood? She was in Boys in the Hood first.
I was going. She was also in Boys in the Hood. Yep. She was Ice Cube's sister in Friday.
She was in Thin Line Between Love and Hate.
Thin Line. She was Martin's girlfriend. The positive one.
Enemy of the State.
She was an Enemy of the State, Will Smith's girl. She done been through the industry with the guy. Not saying she fucking.
No,
but I don't know.
She played alongside some major people.
7 Seconds.
Yep.
She was in 7 Seconds, the Netflix original series. She's the voice of Riley on the Boondocks. And she whooped Laz Lonzo, put the baby oil and shit down. This Christmas? She has a resume, dog.
And she was like on a TV series, one of those shows. I can't even remember which one.
Like since 227, since she was a child.
In her adult life, she was on it was like a cop show or something.
Oh yeah. She was on some shit. I forgot what it was called.
Not a CSI or something like that. So
yeah.
she stayed working.
Yeah. So shout out to her, and I think that she kind of like made a commitment of some sort, didn't she?
Yeah, it was like along the lines of the Me Too movement and telling women to step up. Oh, she said any production that she's a part of is going to be
at least
for women.
At least 50%.
Yeah,
women. At least 50% women of color.
Yeah.
So that's dope and that's progressive.
Also, I can't remember his name, but he won for Green Book.
Oh, so that's the same dude from Moonlight.
Yeah.
And he also played the villain in, I think, Luke Cage. I want to say the Marvel series that's on Netflix, Luke Cage. Dope actor, Green Book, dope flick. So check that out as well.
And I didn't know. I think you told me it was a true story.
Yeah, based on a true story.
Yeah, so the writers, it was his dad was the driver.
And so it was
we
an Italian writer then.
Yeah, we kind of got to learn about that. So that was cool. Mm-hmm. Last but not least, Christian Bale won for Best Actor in his role in Vice. Mm-hmm. And he thanked Satan for the inspiration on how to play the role.
Well, you mean like Lucifer?
Yes.
Lucifer, baba.
Everybody was like, kind of like, oh.
The fuck?
But understood it because he played Dick Cheney.
Yeah. I have to say this. I haven't seen Vice yet. That all-star cast shit just grabs me all the time. Anytime I see hell of famous people in one movie, I want to see it. So I haven't seen Vice yet. But I thought when he said the devil, I thought he meant like not Dick Cheney, but he meant like the actual Satan. And then I was taken back to, he did American Psycho.
Yeah.
And he was the devil in that movie.
He was good.
He was like very believable. In that movie, dog. So I believe that he is, and I think he had some type of controversial on the movie set, wilding out. Somebody recorded him, and he's like he's crazy. He's a demonic ass, method ass actor.
So no, the guy
goes crazy.
The writer or director, whoever chose him, basically, Christian Bale said, he was looking for a non-charismatic actor.
Yeah.
Basically an asshole.
Yeah.
He was
and that's
like,
what he is.
I was the right person, and I felt like when he said, thanks Satan for helping him play the role, meaning Dick Cheney and Satan.
Pretty equivalent. Yeah. So I didn't know Dick Cheney was that wild with it, you know what I'm saying? But again, I haven't seen the clip. You seen it?
No, but he made me want to watch it because I didn't know he was playing Dick Cheney because he gained 100 pounds.
Yeah, that makeup. I thought it was Buddy Ass from Dumb and Dumber. I thought it was the other dude from Dumb and Dumber this whole time. I'm like, he looks like dude.
No.
That was Christian Bale.
Yeah.
This nigga was
like
the
him.
Dark Knight and the white vice president.
He is.
That's range.
He's good.
Okay.
Oh, and one more thing. So Kevin Spacey.
Oh, this nigga.
Was in court this week. For sexually assaulting an 18-year-old boy in Nantucket. He supposedly had groped him without consent. But this
so how do you
is his
get
thing.
consent to grope? Like, can I squeeze you? What? When has anybody ever been like, go ahead? Nobody's gonna say that. So you don't have to say the without consent part. Just say grope.
But so all of his allegations against him are from boys.
Yeah. He was with the.
And he made like a YouTube video.
Who did?
Kevin Spacey.
Saying what?
He weird. And they only showed a clip of the YouTube video, and I just couldn't even watch it because seeing him in court, it just reminded me of his character he played in American Beauty.
And that's what I was going to say. Weirdo ass actor, weirdo in real life. Like, they're not really.
Sometimes they're not that separate.
Yeah, it's like, I'm not going for all of this inspiration, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to play my alter ego.
Yeah.
That shit is telling because now when you look at who's another weird ass actor? Like, I mean, what's his name? He's no longer with us. Heath Ledger, but he played the shit out of Joker.
Yeah,
now
he was
just
going
gone
through.
After that. He's gone, right?
Well, even Robin Williams.
Robin Williams, who would really channel some deep, dark characters. Have you seen 1 Hour Photo with Robin?
Yes.
That shit was weird as fuck. This nigga was working at Walgreens on some weirdo shit.
Weird, very.
And very believable weirdo shit. So y'all, I think we need to be mindful of these actors when they go to these dark places. They knew how to get to these dark places.
Artists.
Artists.
And they put their stuff in their artistry. But we can talk more about that in a minute.
Okay.
So next, I do want to discuss, did you see the article I posted on the This, That, and Third Facebook page?
So I'm more of a headline type person and not a fine print type person. So I did see the title and that shit blew me. I was speaking with my homegirl and I read the title out to her and she was so tickled. She said it was the way I read it, but the title in and of itself was like fucked up as hell.
Yeah, it was like white
pimps trick black gays into doing meth. And it was like, how? First of all, where are white pimps? Dakotas? The Dakotas? Wyoming? Where the fuck are white pimps? And then how do you trick a black gay into doing meth? That's a very layered title.
I know.
Explain.
Since you didn't read the article.
I did not.
So Michael Rice, it's his new documentary called Party Boy.
Party Boy.
And the stories of white men pushing meth onto gay black boys. It explores the trend known as chemsex, also known as high and horny, or party and play.
So if you hear those terms, like we finna have a kickback, all right, cool. Man, we finna have a chemsex kickback. Whoa. What do you mean?
Well, that means that there are going to be some drugs involved. And the drugs being meth, crystal meth, GHB, a mixture of all those drugs.
So, one, I didn't know there was a meth and a crystal meth. I thought they were one and the same. Two, meth makes you horny? Like, I need to rewatch Breaking Bad because I didn't feel like anybody got horny after doing this shit.
I didn't know. Well, apparently it does. What? Not just meth. I think the mixture of other drugs with meth.
The cocktail.
Might make that pleasurable experience.
Right.
But the documentary follows the story about Jamel Moore, who died of an overdose in that Democratic donor's house, Ed Buck. This was back in 2017.
God damn, no, get you Buck, nigga.
They just reposted the article. I know you've seen like Black Boy died and you didn't see that article?
No.
It's been on Facebook.
Haven't seen it.
So it just is obviously old, but it resurfaced. Because of this.
Okay.
But in this article and in the documentary, he talks about, he goes with a couple different gay guys and they share their experiences. And basically a lot of them, the same way pimps or predators, right? Prey on girls, low self-esteem, low confidence, no family, no help, nobody.
Sevens.
They do the same thing with black gays.
Because they kind of outcast from their community and culture.
Yeah.
So they're vulnerable.
So in one particular situation, a black boy, he said he had just got up and moved to LA on a whim, right? So he's homeless, kind of just trying to figure it out. A white man pulls up who is a famous writer for a television show and kind of was like, I'm looking to buy drugs and I want to fuck you. And then I want you to sell these drugs to my white friends and fuck them.
That's a hell of a job description.
Not
so who did he pull up
though.
on? Like where this guy was standing on the corner?
He was on the bus stop.
Guy on the bus stop waiting for a bus to get a life-changing offer from a white guy that wants to sell you drugs.
Pretty Woman 2019,
wants to fuck you, wants to give you drugs, to supply to his friends, to also fuck you. Say, nigga, I'm just trying to get to the store.
This is a thing.
Damn.
And so, when everybody come down on Kevin Hart about gay shit.
Yeah.
Because motherfuckers in Hollywood are gay, but are not necessarily upfront with that. These white executive men. Okay?
Is that a power thing or is that a gay thing?
I think one is a power thing, and I think you gay.
This is my thing. So I hear like they use that to be like, okay, we're gonna give you this opportunity, but we gotta fuck you in the ass to give you the opportunity because we gotta have something on you that if it was to come out, it'll fuck you up. So you'll always do what we want you to do. So it's not like what else could they offer you to be like, man, you literally have to take a nigga's manhood to be able to control him. Otherwise he's gonna be an independent man. So they be on that fucking you in the ass on some power shit versus you're attractive.
Well, and one of the guys did say, he was like, you would think we hold the power since we're the ones, as he said, with the big black dick.
Right. I said, no.
And he was like, no, really, in their mind, they're controlling us because once they get you hooked on the drugs, now you need them. because you need that money and you need that supply.
Wow.
Another
that
guy.
Shit is deep.
Look, another guy in this documentary said he was at a party in Beverly Hills at somebody's house, and quote, he was eating my ass, and he spit 2 cc's of crystal meth up his ass.
What's a CC?
No idea. No idea.
What's this? And I'm a CC. Drake said that shit.
I don't
What
know.
the fuck? That's a unit of measure? What is a CC? A centimeter? What the fuck?
Whatever. Look, I didn't get stuck on the CC. I got spit up my ass.
Spit up my ass, yes.
You know, and he was like surprised because he, you know, obviously wasn't expecting that.
Wait. There was a nigga behind him playing with his ass, and he didn't expect something
He was
to
eating
get
his
spit
ass,
in it.
so he wasn't expecting him to spit up no drugs.
And a drug, you spit a drug in somebody's ass and it gets them high?
What? Yeah, I guess it goes into your system. It
Yeah.
seeps into
Damn, Z.
Yeah.
Damn.
The article was pretty detailed.
Damn. So, if you put alcohol in your toilet water, and then you know when you dookie, you splash up a little bit, but like, oh, will you get drunk?
Shut up.
I'm asking.
Well, no, but if somebody spit alcohol up your ass, I'm probably sure you might have some
shawty.
effects. I don't know. I don't know.
I'm bent, nigga. What the fuck is going on? See, this is only in LA, right? Like we could just avoid
So
it by
the
not going there.
documentary, it covers LA and New York.
Okay, but not Chicago.
Well,
this shit is not a phenomenon
I
in Chicago.
wouldn't put it
Yeah,
past.
yeah, Lowski Woski.
Yeah.
I actually used to hear stories about the same dudes that you'll catch on the 9, on the tray, on whatever, out here, you know, dreadhead shorty, pants sagging, da-da-da, by day, they kind of
I've seen them.
wrap they shit up and ponytail and fan it out and keep their pants sagging and let you know this ass is available after the sun goes down.
So
Same guys. I said, nigga, what?
I have a good friend who does my hair, and he's gay, right? But he's not a flamboyant.
All right.
He's very manly boy.
Manly
you know?
gay, right.
And yeah, I've seen him.
Damn.
I'd be like, I would have never thought
You know why?
Them the ones.
You know why it doesn't surprise me is because for the 18 months I stayed in Atlanta, the first time I went to Lenox Mall, like you see a nigga from a distance, you like, damn, this motherfucker got gold all in his mouth, this motherfucker got a bandana hanging out his pocket, this motherfucker got on a rhinestone, whatever belt, ones. Denim, who out the veins, just like, man, let me stay on guard. This motherfucker might be on some bullshit. And the next minute, you see this nigga skipping and holding another nigga's hand, and you be like, what the fuck is this? Like, it doesn't look how we're raised to think gay looks. That shit looks thugged out. Motherfucker, it look like some other shit. It blows your mind when you first see it, though.
And I'd rather you be yourself.
Yeah.
And all the time. So
Yeah.
if you a thug and hang out in a little roughneck, then be openly gay. I just rather that than you hide it.
That's the biggest thing, regardless of whether it's corporate or whether it's on the block. It's like be free, be you, versus pretending to be something that you're not. Because that's, I think, when shit get twisted. I'm not saying like sexual transmitted diseases are a gay thing.
No.
But it is kind of one of those things where I guess you're more susceptible to diseases when you do anal, period.
And
then you in here running in some
acknowledging
vagina.
it. Yeah.
And just keep, you kind of just, pick a side.
Yeah.
Pick a side.
You know, be like Omar from The Wire. If you gonna do it,
Omar's a great example.
And
Y'all knew what it was, but nobody was fucking with Omar.
Fucked with him.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not like, because that's the thing, like, is the hang up, like, oh man, people gonna target me or people gonna judge me or what, man? Well, nobody judging Omar.
Sure wasn't.
Goddamn, I don't know, get a scar. Get you $150 across your face and ain't nobody gonna trip.
Yeah.
All right. Also in entertainment, man, this has been like taking over the headlines. I saw this shit on Channel 7 last night. And I was just kind of like,
I'm so over it.
This shit is on like single digit channels, not just online and on social media. What am I talking about, Reese?
R.Kelly mania.
Mania.
My God.
Dance mania.
Okay, so we're gonna start off talking about his, he celebrated a birthday this week.
Congratulations, nigga.
Okay, happy birthday. And guess where he celebrated at?
A school. Kenwood.
That's
Where else? His old stomping grounds. His old stalking grounds.
Okay. The king of R&B.
King of R&B.
Turned 52.
52.
Right? And he was on 75th Street at V75.
Telling me yes, baby, I don't want to hurt nobody, but there is something that I must confess. Somebody make some motherfucking noise. Hey, y'all motherfuckers don't know it's my motherfucking birthday and I don't give a fuck what's going on tonight. Happy birthday to my black ass, nigga.
Like,
That nigga was in Arbor Gresham for his 52nd.
I posted, like, if you're
Goddamn.
the king, why are you on 75th Street? Like, you really have nowhere else to go at this point.
He's a king without a kingdom. That's the thing. He's a king without a kingdom.
Yeah, that's pretty sad.
But he seemed like he had fun. I saw clips and said that he seemed to be on some fuck the world and
Yeah, he was
everything.
like, I ain't worried about that shit.
Right.
You should be.
Low key.
You
He
should.
probably went home and cried, curled up around the toilet.
Basically, you got Kim Fox coming out, the district attorney,
choppers.
asking for victims to come forward. And I saw a
The doors
post.
of the church are open.
I saw a post that said, "What about the 1,000 murders that have gone unsolved? Kim Fox, where the hell you been at? Like,
Kim.
let's focus on
KF.
issues that have already been going on."
But because people oftentimes see the world not as it is, but as they are, she stands on the fact that she's a Me Too survivor. So this is near and dear to her heart. And I don't want to put this out here, but it's Kendra G as well, because she was on the front line outside of his studio chanting and crying.
I know
felt
somebody
like
said
maybe something had happened to her.
Mute Kendra G.
Mute Kendra G! Why we on there with K. Jizzle?
You know, and I like Kendra G, but now if somebody would came out of the studio and fight on your ass, like, come on, girl.
Yeah.
You are
Was you
not,
ready?
you don't have those type of skills.
Was you ready? Yeah. But has she been known to be in that Me Too movement as well, Kendra G? Because I know Kim Fox, or correct me if I'm wrong, Kim Fox says she has been Me Too'd or attempted Me Too's
Okay, so I don't know. I didn't know
during
that.
her rise to
I don't
power.
think Kendra G. Well, she's never come out and said
Okay.
anything.
She's
and
just
I
adamant
think,
about the cause.
Yeah, I think she picks her causes where she wants to jump on.
Okay.
But, you know, a lot of people are giving her slack because R.Kelly, when he was in the studio a few years back, she brought up none of those questions.
Nothing.
And so,
My paycheck depends on it.
I mean, I'm not mad at her. Do your thing.
No, you gotta
feel how you feel.
Yeah.
But Kim Fox, a different story because, I mean, there are a lot of murders.
Yeah, it's a lot of
I
higher
get it.
priorities.
You
And
wanna
it's not
go
that
after
sexual
him.
assault is not
Important.
but there are like factual, proven this nigga's dead type shit
Yeah,
that is like
parents
unsolved.
that are waiting.
Yeah, parents are waiting.
Just saying.
And you're focused on aura.
But social media nonstop
Man,
with the
let's get it. Let's
surviving
go.
R. Kelly. So a couple things that I did see. I saw his ex-wife post a video with his music. She was like singing his
riding
song.
out, yeah.
One video she was singing his song, talking about
Which song?
happy people.
Okay.
And she was talking about basically haters, people hating or having comments to say. And I think her guy was driving. It was just weird. The next video she made was about R. Kelly having contact and her not ever preventing him from having contact with his kids.
Right.
And wanting that relationship
But
to
them
eventually.
choosing not to rock with him?
No, she didn't say that, but she hopes and prays that eventually they can repair.
Yeah.
But it was just like, one minute you are on this bandwagon, and then it's like, just stop.
Yeah.
Just shh.
Again.
You know,
Mute
and
R. Kelly's wife.
she did
Ex-wife.
say the main reason for her coming out now, because they've been divorced 10 years.
Yeah.
So the main reason for her coming out now is when she saw the two young girls who came out some months ago saying that they had been held captive, right? She said their experiences were so similar, she wanted to give validity to what they were expressing.
Experiencing, yeah.
And so that's the main reason she came out. Totally get that. But the flip-flop is what's messing her up. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Let the
because
shit
you
die
come
down.
out and then you're riding to his greatest hits. It's
And
a little hard to determine.
I don't think nobody's really gonna stop listening to his music because his Spotify streams have shot up.
Yeah.
And I think that could be because
We talked in Black Panther segment about how people are just that nosy. Like, man, let me listen to the lyrics and digest.
they nosy and think about the kids who don't know R. Kelly's music like we know R. Kelly's music.
Right.
He has so many albums.
They say, who?
Right.
Yeah.
Who is this guy? Let me see.
I thought Jacquees was the king of R&B.
Right.
Who the fuck is R. Kelly?
Right.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think there are several reasons. But this whole issue is so layered because I've been seeing arguments on Facebook. And
what the people saying?
People are mad. Somebody went on my page.
Your page? What's your page got to do with it?
A fucking essay. And I said, sir, I care not to read this essay.
Did they respond to a comment
life.
you made, or they just went on your page and said, "Dear Reese"?
No, I posted
Okay,
an
I'm about to
article
say, damn.
About Sparkle. She just came out with a single.
Coincidentally,
We
huh?
don't care, right?
Right.
And I was just like, I
Now
can't
we're good
with
on
her.
the Sparkle album.
So everybody was like, girl, we didn't buy your first, we're not buying this. You know what
Your
I'm saying?
last.
So whoever this guy was that posted on my page, obviously has some relation with them. And I mean, he wrote a book.
Oh, a novel.
And, well, I appreciate
Copy
your
and paste
book.
in this book.
I was just like, again, my life goes on, your life goes on.
You good?
Enjoy.
Skip.
Like, get off my goddamn page with that shit.
I'm gonna go do what I was doing, okay, bro? I'm gonna delete this comment too, real quick.
But I
without
think
reading it.
it's layered. I think, one, R. Kelly needs help.
Yeah.
He was molested. 7 to 13. He
Did
was
you see
molested.
not the article, the interview with his brother?
Yeah.
And he was like, man, our sister used to make us eat her out. You didn't see that?
No!
World Star, I believe, posted on IG, and his brother is being interviewed on the radio or some type of media platform, and he was like retelling the story. Yes, drink to that one. He was saying like, yo, I was 6, Robert was 10, our sister, who was 16 at the time, was like, yo, come over here, stick your tongue out, eat this box, lick it fat. Like, he's telling gory ass details of them being molested by their older sister. I heard all this time it was an uncle of some sort. It sounded like his whole family was fucking him.
When? Because his mom died when he was young.
I don't know. I know they was saying his sister was making him lick that pocket book clean.
At 7?
At 6 and 10 respectively, and she was 16. So my question was like, is the sister dead? Is she estranged? I heard they haven't spoken in years. And it is convenient to blame somebody that you don't fuck with. That could be the reason I'm so fucked up. And now I'm the victim too, and now I'm just passing on the victimization to others. But that's something to be considered, dog. That's something to be considered, dog. If I was eating pussy at 6, I would be a pretty fucked up individual at 52. A pretty fucked up. I would be a pretty fucked up individual.
Nobody got you help. Nobody said
no coping, no nothing. My music is my outlet, and I'm on this path of destruction and tear and passing on my pain to others and writing stories about it. That happens more often than you think. Niggas just ain't artists. Niggas just ain't famous. No, I'm just saying, like, niggas that happens to them at a young age, they inflict that same experience on the others, but because they're not R. Kelly or because they don't have the platform that he does, you never hear about it. But this is like shining light on sexual abuse, mental illness, and a whole bunch of other things. So it's easy to cast a stone at R. Kelly, and I'm not saying he's guilty, innocent. None of that shit is excusable, but it comes from somewhere. It's not like this nigga is just okay in his mind and doing this shit.
Yeah.
It's like he's fucked up.
And this
nigga's 52nd birthday was on 75th Street. My 43rd birthday won't even be there. Like, and he's R. Kelly. How fucked up in the head do you have to be, dog? And I just, I want people to see things holistically. I haven't seen the documentary, and that's on purpose, because it's just interesting to me that we sit here, and I think I said this on last week's episode, we sit here and we say, oh man, he married Aaliyah at 14, but then he made Bump and Grind or whatever. Ah man, he peed on this girl, and everybody who was of age saw that shit on VHS when it came out. But then he made I Believe I Can Fly. Ah man, he got this sex camp where he's keeping people entrapped and da-da-da. But he came out with Backyard Party. And it's like, we accepted it then, but then when people put it all together in the form of documentary, we're disgusted. You accepted that shit in the now. So how the fuck you gonna reflect on it and be like, oh, I'm disgusted and I feel responsible for not doing anything, blah, blah, blah.
I felt responsible then.
What the fuck? And that's all I'm saying. So I'm not finna join this fucking witch hunt. Again, I'm not finna condone his behavior, but I'm not finna sit here and say shit about shit. Y'all go ahead and say y'all opinions, and I will report out on the motherfuckers. But them y'all opinions, because I will say this. If the shoe was on the other foot, and the motherfucker was going through your background, the motherfucker was examining your shit with a fine-tooth comb, and all the fucked up shit that did or didn't happen to you when you was young came to light, you wouldn't want motherfuckers that have no idea about any of the facts or lack thereof casting the first stone at you. So why would you do that to this man? You don't have to agree with this nigga shit, but you don't have to judge him either.
So, and I think that's an issue within the black community, like sexual abuse and stuff like that. We never talk about it.
Nah.
Kids are just supposed to move on.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I know a few men who've been like molested, and I'm like, really? And I guess in my mind, I think it doesn't happen because nobody talks about it.
Right. Out of sight, out of mind.
I feel like that's, like, I saw a post that posted some information about one of the young ladies, right? And she got a record. And so the person captioned, you know, women lie. And I said,
people in general.
But nigga, he needs help. He was molested from 7 to 13. And so I truly understand what that did to him and why he is the way he is.
Right.
Not that that excuses him, but that's like part one. The second part is parents have to take some accountability. And I know Keisha Cole was getting a lot of flack because she said, your kid is the parent responsibility, so where were the parents? And
raise your hands,
if
parents.
You're so gun-ho on making your child famous that you ignore
the red flags and the obvious signs that this is not safe. This is not a safe environment.
What you think, you know, like
what you feel. You can feel a negative vibe, dog, coming off the nigga.
Matthew
I would assume.
Knowles spoke out and said R.Kelly wanted to work with Destiny Child many times.
I'm good.
But because he knew of the reputation and he knew, he wouldn't even, he was like, no, absolutely not. And Tina and Matthew were so, he was like, Tina would go to the bathroom with the girls.
Yeah.
Like, that's how protected they were. And so for parents just to feel willy-nilly and send your kid out, that's a problem.
Some type of accountability got to come back on the parents, G.
Like, how's your kid taking a flight? I don't understand that.
Unaccompanied minor. And R. Kelly's waiting with a sign that says, young girl. Anyone will do. It's like, yo.
So, I mean, I think it's layers to this. I think all these men who knew all these bedrooms were in the studio and seen all these girls in the studio, you didn't do nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't care. You're part of the problem.
Culpable. But then
so,
when put their daughters in that situation, they'll go get a paycheck off R and then, you know, whatever. But they won't let their daughters come to the studio. But you let somebody else's daughter get taken advantage of. It's a lot of people, more than just R. Kelly. I'm not saying R. Kelly is not to blame. Right. But it's like so many people that are responsible as well in some shape, form, or fashion.
Last but not least, I saw this YouTube video today, and this girl, like, it was like a 30-minute video, and she had pictures of the alleged victim in the video, right? The girl got beat on.
Oh, okay.
She had pictures of her and her mom. Then she had pictures of her best friend.
Getting peed on in pictures?
No.
Oh, I'm like, damn.
And I didn't know this, but her best friend at the time had testified
that
back
was
then.
her.
Yeah.
And she just always maintained that it wasn't her. That was her whole defense, right?
Yeah. And I just was like, damn, like, this shit was 20-something years ago, and this girl has to relive this shit.
I saw the shit in 2002.
Really?
I saw the shit in my sophomore dorm.
Wait, I'm trying to think when I graduated.
Right, I seen the shit in 2002.
No, I saw it like my freshman, sophomore year, like when it came out. I got a copy right away.
Freshman, sophomore year of what?
High school.
Really?
Yeah, I saw it like right away.
I remember watching it in college.
Because I showed one of my friends who we all knew her, and
it took a while for VHSs to go viral. This is like one of the first things that ever went viral, if you really think about it. It was one of those things like word of mouth made this shit go viral. Hell no. All you had was MySpace. Yeah. You didn't have Facebook, you had none of that shit. And you had to hear about it and then get a copy of that shit.
There was probably no major. Now you got social media.
Yeah, now everybody has a platform.
Which sucks.
And we could talk about that shit all day, but we're going to wrap up R. Kelly Mania on this and the third for this week's segment of entertainment. But before we go, we have one more topic of entertainment, and this R. Kelly Mania seems to have overshadowed this shit, and that's the Bears. Bear down or Bears down, man. Niggas lost in the first round of the fucking playoffs. I'm not gonna say I predicted it, but I felt.
I was hopeful.
I felt like, man, we sometimes overachieve in the regular season and then we blow our wad early in the playoffs versus not doing so well in the regular season, making the playoffs, and then making a run in the playoffs. I just felt like, man, we kind of did too well in the season. Not like we went undefeated or nothing, but we won like 10 plus games. That's a lot for the Chicago Bears, see. And then we go into the playoffs against the Super Bowl defending champions, and they had just came off of a nice run. They just switched their quarterback from their starting quarterback to their backup quarterback, who was better than their starter and the one that got Super Bowl MVP last year. And it was just this energy and this feeling of, man, we probably won't win. And then until the very last minute, when that pussy ass nigga Corey Parkey steps up to kick a very makeable field goal. Mook could have made the field goal. He even made the field goal one timeout ago. And then when it counted, this nigga doink, 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 and now he's getting fucking hate mail.
Yeah. Oh,
They want this nigga's head on a platter to prove he is no longer with us. And I can't say that I blame Chicago fans, but I do blame when you got one job, my nigga. You got one. You got one job, bro. You got one job, and your job is to kick this oblong fucking pigskin football through these wide ass, they're wide as fuck, and you're close enough, and there's not a lot of wind, and this is the city of wind, and like the city wanted you to win. The city was calm and cool and collective, and your fucking ass misses the field goal. And this is one of those few examples in sports where they say, oh, one play doesn't win it or lose it. This play not only lost it, but it lost the game. It lost the season, and it possibly lost this nigga a job. I swear they need to $9 million a year my ass. Get this nigga the fuck out of here, because nobody's gonna be riding with him. You can sit here and say all day the locker room still supports him on camera. We all support this nigga on camera, but when them cameras go off, I want this nigga's head on a platter. So, R.I.P. to the Bears season. Good job in the regular season. Good job, Mitch Trubisky, Mac Attack. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of success stories from the season, but the way that shit ended, even if we would have made that field goal, won in a dramatic fashion, went this Sunday and played the Saints and lost, even got blown out, we would have been satisfied with that, because the Saints are good as fuck. But it's like the first round of the playoff, the wild card, the nigga that ain't even supposed to be in the playoffs beat you? What the fuck? Kill this nigga CP, man. But not kill him, but just kill him on social media if he ever reactivates his page. All right? But I think that about wraps us up for this week's segment of entertainment on This, That, and the Third. Literally.